What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? This is Min from Architecture Inspirations. Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for the newest features in Lumion 9. Let's get started. Number 1 is 3D grass. In the previous versions of Lumion, there were two types of grass. The first one is 2D grass, which is located in the Material Library under the Nature tab. There are lots of options here for you to choose, but it's not very realistic because there's no depth to it. The second type of grass is the landscape grass, which is under the Custom tab. You can also edit it by going to the Landscape section. Click on Landscape Grass. Here you can choose to turn the grass off or on. In here, you can adjust the size, height, and wildness of the grass. This is better than the 2D grass, but it's still not realistic because it's too consistent. Now, let's look at the new 3D grass feature. You can use it by going to the Material Library. Under the Nature tab, click here for the 3D grass. Here, you will see multiple categories of 3D grass, which include checkerboard grass, circular grass, clean-cut grass, farm grass, row grass, and wild grass. Just choose whichever works best for your scene. You can also double-click the material to edit it even more. Here you will see lots of settings. The colorization slider will let you override a color map using another color. You can change that color here. Down here are the map scale and rotation sliders, which determine the size of the texture and also its rotation. Now I'm going to move a little closer to the grass and adjust the next two sliders. These let you control the size and length of the grass blades. Next, the gravity and bending force sliders determine how the grass blades are affected by gravity. The next slider controls the curliness of the grass blades. The roughness sliders determines the glossiness. And finally, the grass cut slider will let you cut the top of the grass to simulate freshly cut grass. Another cool tip is that you can load a custom map by clicking here. Now you can adjust the material by using these sliders. I also recommend removing the normal map that comes with your color map and just use the default color map. The grass looks better that way. As you can see, the 3D grass feature is an amazing upgrade to the old 2D and landscape grass. Overall, the 3D grass feature just gives you more controls and depth. Number 2 is Real Skies, which is a new effect that uses HDRIs or high dynamic range images to light up your render. To use this, go to the Photo or Movie mode and add an effect. Under the Weather and Climate tab, choose Real Skies. You can see that a new background has been added. Now you can make adjustments using these settings. First is the heading, which determines the rotation of the HDRI. Then there's brightness and overall brightness, which control the brightness of the render and the background image. I can also change the HDRI by clicking here. Lumion 9 comes with a total of 39 HDRIs in different categories, including cloudy, evening, morning, overcast, sunset, and clear. Just choose whichever works best for you. There's also an option to flip the sky like so. There you go. Now you can use the Real Skies effect along with existing layer effects to create the perfect render for your model. Whether it be a sunny morning, a beautiful sunset, or a cloudy afternoon. This also works for interior scenes like this. I can even make this render better by using another new feature in Lumion 9. This takes me to number 3. The snow and rain effect. You can add this effect using this button here. And in the Weather and Climate tab, click on Precipitation. After you have added the effect, you can change whether you want to create rain or snow using the slider here. For this render, I will stick with the rain effect, so I will slide it to the left. Next is the Precipitation Phase slider, which controls how much snow or rain is on the ground of your scene. The particle quantity and size sliders will control the amount and size of the snowflakes or raindrops. For these other sliders, I will explain them in the next example. You can also add fog using the slider here. There we go. The precipitation effect makes it super easy to create rain and snow in your render. If you apply this effect to a video segment, you can also animate it. You can animate the precipitation phase, the particle size, and the fog. Animating it is quite easy. I don't have time to go into details in this video, but if you guys want, I can create a full tutorial on animation later. Just let me know in the comment section below. Now let's try the snow effect, which is similar to the rain effect. You just need to slide the first slider to the right, which allow you to naturally transition from rain to snow. All of the other settings work quite similar to the last example. As for these sliders down here, they allow you to control if the rain and snow are blocked by planes or even your model. I will move closer so you can see it better. For this render, I want the snow to cover everywhere, so I will turn this slider to 0. The block bias slider helps fix small errors in your model, such as this part here. And it also lets you add more snow on your model, which create more details, making it more realistic. However, be careful when using this, because if you set it too high, then the snow will show up in the interior as well, and that's not what you want. Number 4. Fur material. To start, select a material in the scene that you want to use. Now click on the Nature tab, and click here for the fur material. The fur material comes with 10 different presets, including pattern fur, black, brown, rainbow, etc. Just choose one that you like and double-click the material to see more options. Here you will see settings similar to the 3D grass material. The first one is colorization, which allows you to override the color map with a specific color. You can change that color here. Next, you can change the fur size and length, as well as how the fur is affected by gravity. Down here is velvet scale, which controls the velvet-like effect of the material, and roughness map, which controls the glossiness of the fur. You can also load a custom map using this button here. After it's loaded, you may need to turn down the colorization to see the custom map. I will also adjust the size and length to see the pattern easier. You can also control the map scale using the slider here. There we go. Now you can experiment with this on other materials and objects, such as how I made this blanket look more like a towel, or create this interesting fabric on the chair. Pretty cool, huh? Number 5. Save group feature. To show you this feature, first, I'm going to populate this room with some furniture and decorations. Then I'm going to use the select tool and hold down Ctrl and drag to select all of these assets and click here to create a group. Then you will see a new feature in Lumion 9, which lets you save a group of models in its current arrangement and allow you to load it later. Now I can go to the next building and click on the place mode and click here to select all categories. Then I will see the option to load a group here. Then I can load the previous group like so. After I load the group, I can ungroup it and then make adjustments such as replacing some objects. This is also a new feature that makes it very easy to try out different design options for your model. When I'm done, I can click here and make some more adjustments. I find this feature works well for other objects too, such as these plants here. The cool thing about this feature is that you can load groups in another model, or share them with your friends and colleagues. And there we go, those are the tips for using the new features in Lumion 9. Leave a like if you find the video helpful, comment below if you have any questions. Stay inspired guys, and I'll see you next time.